Successful interviewing skills are an important part of the job search process. And while they do come naturally to a few people, most of us have to practice before we get in front of a group. It helps to have an idea of what questions are going to be asked of you. And traditionally, there are some questions you can pretty much count on. Tell me about yourself is an important one. It's one of the reasons you include hobbies and interests in your resume. It gives the interviewer something to discuss while it breaks the ice. So when you include your hobbies and interests, make sure that they're generic enough that they're not going to make hostile waves, and so it gives you something to be able to talk with the interviewer about. Why are you interested in working for us is a way for them to judge your knowledge of the company and the time that you've taken to investigate the company and see if you're a good fit. You'll want to have looked at their website and determined something about their culture and be able to use that in your discussion. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You'll use that to tie in your current education with a longer term growth in the company. So you can say that I see myself continuing hopefully with this company and facing new and exciting challenges with increasing responsibility. What makes you the right candidate for this position? It's a chance for you to reiterate specific items that you have listed in your resume as matching the items that they have listed on the job description. Keep it short, no more than 2 minutes, but it's another way for you to be able to showcase good spots where you fit. You also may be faced with some unusual questions, and these aren't so much to judge right or wrong as to determine how you think about things. When you're doing these, keep in mind that they want to understand your thought process. Another common one that Microsoft asks, you've been asked to run telephone poles from Los Angeles to New York. How many telephone poles will it take? The answer isn't as critical as the process that you take to get there. So for example, you'd say 3,000 miles or thereabout, and you're going to have let's say 5, that for math purposes make it easy, 5 telephone poles per mile. So 5 times 3, you're going to need 15,000 telephone poles. It lets them see how your thought processes work. So are you a logical person who can work through a situation, or do you get bogged down in details? The most common type of interview question you'll be asked is the "tell me about a time when" style. This is because past performance is a strong indicator of future success. So they want to know that you've been successful in something related to this position that you're applying for in the past. So tell me about a time when you faced a difficult situation. How did you handle it? When you've worked with a difficult coworker, or when you went above and beyond expected performance. And I don't know about you, but I've had those times where I am answering an interviewer's question, and inside my head I'm going, shut up, oh my goodness, shut up. And I feel like I'm suffering from diarrhea of the mouth. I try to wind down and bring the interview question to a close, and I just can't seem to do it. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. So there is a great way to be able to battle this, and it is called STAR style. You start by stating the situation or task that you faced. You discuss the action you took and the results of those actions. For example, when I had the printing company, at one point, the situation that I faced was that our sales were down. And we had a reduction in the number of people coming through the door. So my task was to fix that problem. I had to bring up our sales, but I wasn't quite sure what to do. Well, I decided to host a variety of training or short workshop sessions on Saturday mornings. They discussed things like marketing plans or budgeting for printing or basic website design. They were never anything too involved, but it gave people some ideas as far as how they might be able to better use the limited money they have in their business budget. We always had breakfast, just donuts or something easy, and then at the end there was time to be able to network with the other business owners that had come to the session. Well, the result was that at the end of every week's presentation, we got more orders. And as people learned about the workshops, we had more and more people attending. And they really appreciated the opportunity to network with each other because it gave them an opportunity to discover other businesses and to market their business to other people. So it was a win-win opportunity all around.